Hey, what's going on, guys? Shake Sniper here, back with another video. But before I start this video, I just wanted to apologize for not being able to upload, or not upload, sorry, stream last week, because my streaming thing wasn't working, and I tried to stream and it wasn't letting me, so I wasn't able to stream last week. So I promise I'll stream half an hour or 1 hour after this video goes live. It depends. But anyway, this video takes place last year's February 2018. In like with three people other than me. That means four guys. One of them I knew him like really well, and the other guys, it was the second time I ever met them. One of them was actually the first, and we were walking in this sketchy neighborhood. It was like 11 o'clock, 10:30, some shit like that, and we saw this abandoned building. It was like 4 or 5 stories. I don't know. I can't tell. I wasn't able to tell. And we decided to go and be urban explorers, or any of those bullshit guys. And we went inside. But the way we went inside, it was like there was a ground floor, and there was like a first floor. You know the drill. And we went up to the first floor because we didn't want to go through the ground floor. They had doors for the building. So we went up to the first floor because there was this ladder going up to the balcony of the first floor. And we went up that ladder, and after we went up that ladder, it took us like 5 minutes. It was very creaky, and it kept breaking in places. It was actually very scary. One of the bars broke, so my friend had to jump up it. And we went up, and we went inside this apartment that had like maybe 3-4 rooms. First of all, there was obvious signs that people lived there, and the way we got into the apartment, basically, I don't know if it was being demolished or constructed, the building, but there was bread on the floor. There were like blankets on the floor. I don't know. It was creepy, like cloth. So basically, we saw like a pile of rocks in 2 different rooms, like a big pile. It's like, imagine from the ground to your ceiling. That's how big it was. Like, trust me. One of these piles, above it or like in front of it, it had a door, but it wasn't a door. It was just like a doorway, a frame, and it was like a little bit shorter than the normal human, 5 feet, something like that. So I had to duck over to get inside, or bend over. And same thing for my friends, except one of them, he was very short. I don't know if he is still now. One of them, I never met him. That's the guy that I told you about. But anyway, after we went inside this building, we went up this crack, and we heard immediately after we went inside that crack or doorway, whatever it's called. We heard footsteps and a creaking door, and the lights turned on. First of all, I'm confused as to how there were lights, because when I went inside this building, I was 100% sure that there were no lights. But anyway, there were lights, and it was very, very creepy. And when the door cracked or creaked open, I completely shat my pants. And we heard people talking and running up the stairs. So basically, these stairs, there was a window in front of them on each floor. So me and my friend took the initiative and jumped out of this, because we've done this before, like I don't know how many times, hundreds of times maybe. And we jumped out of this window, and there was a ledge underneath us. Thank God. Like, we were basically taking a risk with our lives doing that, and the risk paid off. But my two other friends, or not friends, people that I met, decided to stay, because I don't think they even noticed that we left or jumped out of the window. And they stayed. They got stuck in there. And the second we jumped out of there, we just crouched over the window, underneath the window, so no one was able to see us. And we jumped down onto the other ledge, which was like on the first floor. So we were basically on the second floor. We jumped down onto a ledge for the second floor, then first, and then ground floor, and we went onto the street. And from there, we just bolted, like for maybe 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. I don't know. You say whatever you want. And we just kept running, and eventually we sat down because we weren't able to continue. And 5 minutes after that, we got a call from one of our friends, or my friend's friend, because he wasn't really my friend again. And he was yelling. He was like, "Oh my God, this guy has a knife. He opened my friend's head. I don't know." And then we completely shat our pants. We were like, "How can we leave these two guys to get completely destroyed by these?" by these like random people that we never saw before. And it was going through my head like, how could I ever do this? Why would I ever do this bullshit? And we decided to go back, because who wouldn't go back? Who would like leave people to get their heads sliced up? So anyway, we went back, and after like 10 minutes of running, we finally made it back to the house, and we saw two guys sitting down, which were our friends, and two guys standing up. And the second they saw us, they burst into laughing. And then it finally came into my head how they pranked us so bad, to think like, I don't know how he's able to act so good, like to pretend that he actually got his ass whooped by those two guys, or it was about to. And I don't know how he did it, but anyway, it turned out it was a prank. And yeah, that's our story for this time. They basically told us not to do that again and all that bullshit. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and sub if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.